My breath comes in a little faster, and I quickly realize that if I don't get myself under control, I'm going to end up having a panic attack. I stop pacing the cramped cell and move over to the bed before standing on it and trying to peer out the little window, but it's too high up. I can barely reach the windowsill with my fingertips. Glancing around the room, I realize there's absolutely nothing I can dislodge to use as a step up. The only information this window is giving me is if it's day or night. Other than that, absolutely nothing. Hell, I can't even see the tops of trees swaying in the distance. Throwing myself out my kitchen window and dropping 4 floors is looking pretty good right about now. With nothing to do, I drop down onto the ratchet little bed and scan over the clothes laying on the end. It's a black tank and a pair of soft-looking sweatpants, but that doesn't change the fact that there's no way in hell that I'll be wearing them. They probably belong to some poor girl who was gutted for sport. Though, the way they've been pressed and folded suggests that a maid has tended to these clothes. I shouldn't be surprised. They're spoiled little rich boys. Even if we are in some kind of old abandoned castle, I'm almost positive that these assholes would still have a full roster of staff tending to their every need. After all, psycho little serial killers still need to eat. My face drops into my hands and I close my eyes. The exhaustion of my night has more than gotten to me. I'd give anything to just lay my head down on the shitty little pillow beside me and try and forget everything that's gone down. But I'm not about to allow myself that kind of vulnerability in a place like this. So instead, I listen. I try to decipher every little sound that comes through the cell, wondering what each noise could be or how far away it is. I don't know if mentally trying to map this place out will help me, but my only priority is to escape this hellhole any way I can. It's a long shot, but it's the only one I've got. Minutes turn into hours, and when a bright light shines directly into my eyes, I glance up through the small window to see the sun high in the sky. It's already midday, and I haven't had any interaction with the psychos upstairs, but I know they're still here. I can hear them wandering around. A low growl ripples through my stomach, and my hands clamp down around my waist to silence it. Although I haven't eaten properly in 6 months, the hollow ache in my stomach reminds me of my last pitiful spoon of ice cream for dinner last night. I've already lost more weight than what's comfortable since my dad turned my shit upside down, and it's been a good 24 hours since I've eaten anything substantial. I need a real meal if I'm going to sustain even an ounce of energy to stay alive. But something tells me that a meal is something that I won't be coming by anytime soon. They want me weak. What's the point of having a prisoner and then giving them the resources to help keep them from falling apart? These guys know what they're doing. And while this is certainly my first rodeo, it's not theirs. I let out a heavy sigh. I was friends with a weird kid obsessed with death during my first years of high school, and she would always tell me strange and wonderful facts about death. I never thought her odd little facts would ever be something I would think of again. But sitting here in my little cell, I'm remembering it all. Starvation isn't the way I want to go. I need my food. I need my energy. I need to get out of here. A soft thumping sounds through the ceiling and my back straightens as I listen. It's repetitive and almost rhythmic. Yet there's something so hollow and broken about it. It continues, getting faster and faster, but as I listen closely, I realize that the sound isn't moving. It's coming from one spot rather than traveling through the building. I strain a little harder, moving toward the door of my crappy little dungeon cell and pressing my ear up against it. I hear the familiar sound of a bass drum mixed in with the rhythmic tones of a hi-hat and snare. I quickly realize that it's not someone being murdered with a jackhammer, but one of the brothers playing the drums. I pull back from the door, shaking my head. The last thing I need is to be picturing these psychopaths as normal people and giving them human qualities. The DeAngelis brothers are monsters through and through. And the exact moment I start humanizing them is the moment that I lose the game I never wanted to play.